And we should be live now.
Oh yes, I see the thing. Oh, that is quick. That preview is much quicker than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's an update. Let me refresh it so that we can see all the lovely information.
Don't know if it's because I'm streaming at a slightly lower bitrate, so it's going to be more stable.
Potentially. Are you still streaming at 720?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not getting bitrate information. Here we go.
And there's Twitch sending me a notification that we're live.
No way.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a whole fucking minute late. What the fuck, Twitch?
Getting the information now.
It says you're getting the information.
That is a much lower bitrate.
I just find it gives us like a stable stream, and it doesn't compromise on the quality.
No, it doesn't. Twitch is telling us that it is excellent. No recommended changes.
Excellent.
Exactly. Uh-oh.
No! Fuck. Right, okay. Here we go.
This stream should just be called How to Play Endless Space. Oh, that is a nice background. I know that's a sky. That's a shot. That's nice. Oh. Oh. Ah. I was like, your background has changed, and then I realised that your game had just loaded.
Yeah. So how's your week been?
My week has been busy.
Busy?
Busy. Me and Kaylee are going down south next week to visit her folks. Is this your game back up and
yes.
game, by the way? Yes. So yeah, I've been doing that. I was looking at cars.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working. What else did we do this week? Good talk. Eh? Oh. Did see my mum and dad. Seen them again on Friday. Oh yeah, that is tomorrow.
It is.
This week's flown in. I'm
It's
on holiday next week.
It's nearly the weekend.
Set me all out of sorts. It's 4th edition we're doing on Sunday, right?
Correcto.
Still 4th, right?
Correctamundo.
Right. Oh, please.
Come on.
Please get me the game data.
Load the game.
Come on now.
You can do it! Load that fucking game data!
What have you been doing with your week?
I've been busy. I got a new monitor
Oh yeah.
to replace the shitty 32-inch LCD screen that I've been using. Well, TV.
Yes. Yes.
So I have space on my desk now. It's lovely.
Yes. Did you get like just a copy of the monitor they already had?
As close to as what I could get.
Fair enough.
They don't actually manufacture the monitor I currently have, but they've made like a new version.
Yeah, because yours was like I think identical to mine.
Near enough, yeah. In fact, no,
Yeah.
it's the exact same one.
Yeah, because I got an identical copy.
Yeah.
But that was like nearly 2 years ago now.
Yeah, it was long.
I've had dual monitors for a long time.
So got myself a new monitor, and I'm a little annoyed because it's my second monitor, but it boots up faster than for fuck's sake, it boots up faster than the primary monitor, and it also looks a little better.
Yeah, I kind of have that same thing going on. It depends how it's connected. Are you just via HDMI with that as well? Ah, right. Okay. So it's maybe just a faster refresh speed.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Sorry, mine's was just not loading. So.
Yeah, it's fine. I had the first match in a tournament at my club on Wednesday night.
And you won?
I did a very bad thing. I beat him 39 points to 3.
Okay.
And like there's a couple of ways it can go, right? So when you're playing a game and it's going that badly for one of the people, either you get basically 3 outcomes, right? Either they laugh it off and you just have a laugh about just how fucking shit they're playing. And you're like, well, your commander's obviously drunk or whatever.
Yep.
Kind of like you laugh it off. Option 2 is they get super pissy and super bitchy, and that just makes you feel good as a player because you're like, haha, like I fucked you so hard that you're like throwing a little like temper tantrum. Or there's what happened on Wednesday night, which was as the game went on, my opponent became more and more depressed and began to have more and more apathy for everything going on around him.
Who knows?
Yep, and then what really took me by surprise was he went home, and within an hour of the club finishing, he put his entire collection up for sale on Facebook.
Wow, Jesus.
I actually had to message him and be like, look, I'm really sorry about how that game went. And like, because it was, he knew it was competitive, he knew it was for a tournament, he signed up for it. And I was like, it wasn't a particularly strong list against my list. There was a couple of things you could have done differently. If you want some advice, I'm happy to give you some. I haven't yet.
That is not good.
No. Because you get points for, basically, you get a point every turn if you can kill something. So,
yeah.
I learnt very quickly in our game that I could potentially have everything of his killed in round 2. Which means I'm not scoring points for the next 4 rounds. So I was leaving units alive intentionally so I could score the points later down the road.
Yeah.
Which, to me, is a very tactical decision. You know, finding out how to maximise my score. But looking back at it, I can see that for him, it's most likely I was playing and toying with him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that ended not good.
No.
Okay, so this is stuck again. So I've just had a quick look online, and apparently this is not an uncommon issue. And it is suggesting that you as well should return fully to the title screen and relaunch your session.
Okay. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Going straight back to basically the title screen and relaunching.
Okay.
So back at the title screen. Everybody sees that. You hear the fucking noise. You see like all the options.
Yep.
Going to load game multiplayer. That was our last turn saved. The game is open for you to join.
Now send me an invite through Steam. Because apparently that can change enough.
I see. Okay, let's give this a go.
Can but try.
So yeah, tomorrow I have a couple of things on during the day, nothing particularly exciting. Saturday, Stephen is coming round. I was meant to be going to a doubles tournament, but my partner had to drop out and I was unable to find another partner for it. So I've had to drop from that. So Stephen's going to come round instead.
You guys just going to like paint miniatures and shit?
Paint miniatures, maybe have a game, I don't know. We'll see. And then Sunday is D&D.
Yeah. Is Stephen staying over with you?
I never thought about that actually. He could stay if he wanted to.
Because I mean, you guys will probably pick him up on the way past anyway, right?
I could. Jess isn't coming on Sunday.
Oh, is she not?
No, she's on night shift.
Sucks.
I'll speak to him later about that. He might want to stay, he might not want to stay, I don't know.
It's an option.
Puts me neither up nor down.
Just can be a bit awkward for like travel for him getting home, especially depending on what time he leaves.
I think he's got I think Michael's giving him a lift.
Ah, that's also like him. Why is this just not wanting to work tonight?
I don't know. Maybe I need to restart my game.
Perhaps.
Yep, it's connected.
Yeah, I just fudged my game again. I wonder how quickly I could validate the files for this game.
I don't know. I'm going to exit the desktop and actually just relaunch my game because this is causing issues. And I don't have any tissues. Oh, that's loud. I forgot how loud that is. Ow, 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 ow. Ah. Make it stop. It's such a loud startup. Why, it doesn't need to be that loud.
It is pretty loud.
It's not just that, it's not skippable either.
Validating. See how this goes.
Okey-doke. Game's up. And I'll send you an invite just now so you have it.
Might even just try joining through that Steam invite.
Yeah.
Like launching the game through the Steam invite as well. Steam thinks that the files are valid anyway. I have a lot of issues with this game though sometimes.
You really do. I don't know what it is.
I've no idea, honestly. But like, see if you actually go into the forums and stuff for this game.
Yeah, you've said loads of folks
it's like
have
literally,
issues.
it's like literally a 50-50 split. Like some people just have absolutely zero issues with this, and some people barely can get the game to work. And there's like a spectrum of everything in between, but like it's literally like 50% of the people are like, you guys are all crazy, like it literally just works.
Mm-hmm.
And like the other 50% of people have a wide range of issues.
Yeah, and me and you represent that 50% perfectly because I have no issues and you have all the issues.
I don't have all the issues, I just have a large majority of issues.
Comparable to me, you have all the issues.
It is true, it is true.
Have you watched the new Star Wars trailer?
Yes, I have.
Fucking good. So like, I've been sitting like watching it and trying to figure out like, you know the scene where the Falcon falls down in front of that like massive fleet?
Yeah.
I've been like sitting like identifying the ships, and fuck me, there's so many like ones that like are in there maybe for fan service. So I've noticed a U-wing, which is in Rogue One.
Yep.
A Brahatok class gunship, which is in Rogue One. It's in Rebels, and it is in Return of the Jedi, but it's like a ship in the very background. You need to be like really be looking to see it.
Yeah.
There's a ship from the Clone Wars that's in it. I can't remember its name though. There's the Hammerhead Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Shadowcaster from Rebels, which is like that sort of. It's almost like a flying saucer with two like jet engines strapped to the side.
Yeah.
There's the Star Fortresses from the previous film, like the bombers that like work on gravity in space. There's a Pelta class frigate, which is from Rebels and Clone Wars. That's what Phoenix Home was.
Yep.
There's a YT 2400 from Rebels and the Expanded Universe. There's the great big transport ship that Han is flying in The Force Awakens. You know, the one that kind of eats the Falcon?
Yeah, yeah.
And there's one that it kind of looks like, you know, the ship from the start of Episode 1, the sort of red consular cruiser?
Yeah.
There's like, the ship looks like one of them from the front, but the engine pod's all wrong. Like,
I wonder if it's been retrofitted.
That's what I'm thinking. It looks like it's got the front end of that consular Corvette, and they've taken a Corellian blockade runner and welded that onto the back, so it's got that engine block because it's a very square engine block.
I mean, the two are not dramatically different anyway.
No, they're not. There's also a Nebulon B, so the medical frigate from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, yeah.
There's some form of MC, so probably an MC-80, which is similar to Home 1. There's an MC-75, which is Admiral Radis' ship from Rogue One. That's in there. And there was another capital ship as well, right in the very back. Like, there's a lot of them.
Lot of fan service.
And the Ghost.
And
Ghost is in there too.
Yep. A lot of fan service going on, and Lando's back. That's a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
We've had that confirmed for a while though. Is it just me, by the way, or does from the latest trailer, does Finn totally look like he's just ripping off Han Solo at this point? Like, he really looks like he's wearing a lot of Han style getup.
To be fair, I haven't paid a lot of attention to Finn in the advert because he's not in it an awful lot.
No, there's only like a couple of small shots of him, but like from what I've seen, like it looks like he's got like you know, the kind of like the sort of like the, it's not like a triple belt, but you know what I mean, like that sort of like sort of 2-tier belt that Han wears. Like, he's kind of got that going on, and he's got like a shirt that's a bit similar, and he wears like the vest. Like, just kind of looks like he's you know, giving it a bit of the Han tech. I'm gonna leave this longer.
Yep, see what happens.
And just see if anything happens. But,
did you notice in the trailer the scene where C-3PO was saying, "I want to have like a look at my friends one last time"?
Yeah. That
behind him in the shadows is rows of B-1 battle droids.
Oh no, I did not notice that.
Watch it. You can see one in. It's a very quick shot. You can see one in like the top right corner. It's probably the easiest one to see, but there's rows of them. So my thinking is, C-3PO is maybe going to become some sort of central intelligence to command the droids. Either that, or it's just more fan service.
Okay, I'm now going to ask you a series of questions.
Yes.
About the game that we're trying to load.
Yes.
Is it from the latest manual save?
Yes, it should be.
Do you have a save either the same turn or a few turns earlier that was done by autosave?
Possibly.
If so, can we try loading that one? Because remember that we had the issue where our game went out of sync a few times the last time we played?
Oh, yeah. Let me
Apparently
see if I can load that.
Apparently that's why I'm not able to join your game. Because it's trying to load a game where the games were out of sync, so it doesn't know where to put me, basically.
Right, okay. Let me see if I can...
My game knows where I should be, but it disagrees with where your game thinks I should be, basically.
The Y-Wings are back. That was another thing I noticed in the trailer.
Let's try that.
They've got Y-Wings again. I've got an autosave of the same turn. Or an autosave of the turn. It basically autosaves every turn.
Okay.
So we can jump back like to... That was turn 285. We can jump back to 284, see if we have any luck with that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just try it. Not bother with the Steam invite thing, I'll just join you manually.
Yeah, Y-Wings are back.
Let's get to go, yeah?
Yeah. The shot of the Star Destroyer cracking through the ice is pretty fucking epic. Although I think they're starting to hint at like Palpatine's Dark Empire from the books.
Potentially, yeah.
Because
some kind of survival of Palpatine anyway.
Well, in the books, Palpatine basically clones himself and uses this ancient Sith technique to transfer his consciousness into the next body that he's got. And he basically...
Does that mean the next body is younger and more carefree?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Not all the time, though. I think sometimes the clones are like a little older. And what he was doing, like while he was running the Empire, he built a secret empire in the centre of the galaxy near the big black hole.
Yeah.
Called it his Dark Empire. And it was basically nothing but super weapons. Like Death Star tech, World Eaters, like loads of like super high tech shit.
Okay.
And it was only like the most loyal subjects that knew about it. Which kind of lends some credence to the trailers, because in the first trailer that came out, you see the Star Destroyers like sort of holding orbit or like holding a formation. Some of them are not standard Star Destroyers. Some of them have a large ventral gun on the underside, like that goes like centerline, which could potentially be miniaturized Death Star tech.
Yeah, it could be, because they do a lot of chatting about like Death Star tech and miniaturized Death Star tech in the expanded universe, which Disney seems to be kind of opening back up to again.
Also, hello Magna Rabbit. We did somehow break the game, yeah.
Yep, that one's not working either.
Okay, we can try 283.
Are we just going to go in sequence? Why don't we try like 280 or something?
I can go as far back as 281, so let's try that one.
281.
Yeah, Magna.
You'll save before that just in case we're really stuck.
No.
Oh no.
If I did, it would be a whole stream's worth of stuff. Like, it would basically be a case of going back to, like, turn 200. Yeah, for whatever reason, Magna, but anytime we try and start the game, Jamie's computer and my computer disagree on where we should be. Like, my game might think we're on turn 280. Jamie's game might think it's...
Let me back out of that lobby. Let me just see this.
Oh.
Okay, that's not giving me info on what turn that we're on in this one, so I'm not holding out hope for this, but let's
Hold
try
on.
it anyway.
Why am I suddenly the Sophons?
You're not according to me.
According to me, I'm looking at a Sophon.
Oh yeah.
I might have picked... Hold on, I might have picked the wrong save there. Strange. Very strange. Right, let me invite you. See if we can get this working.
My Steam overlay doesn't seem to want to work on this game, even though I've got that enabled. That looks better. If we get really stuck, we could start a new game.
We could start a new one.
Because we were going to do a new... Because we've got the new DLC shit for this anyway, so we were going to do that at some point. long story short, we were probably going to win the last one because we were like well on the way to the science victory.
It wasn't just the science victory. I was pretty close to the wonder victory. I only had 2 wonders to build, and we also had the oh.
I'm getting somewhere.
It says launching game. Don't tease me.
It's working.
So wizard.
The more time that I have spent like just gaming around my dog, I think at this point it's now used to it because I've just like to the dog right now. The situation is that the world is completely silent and now I'm just shouting at nothing.
Oh.
But she seems happy enough. She's not really moved much. Now, I don't want to be in a truce with Doria, right?
No.
They are the enemy. Remember this much, right?
Yes.
I'm going to have to work out exactly where we were. Because this is not where we actually left it.
No. Okay, so this guy's on a system. Yeah, so it's a case of trying to remember what we were actually fucking doing. So what was I was working on something.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
That's what I was doing, yeah. Now I can kind of remember.
Oh yeah, I was kind of working on all the sciences needed to actually get stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was doing the science shit.
Yeah, you were doing the science shit. I was working on. That's what I was doing. Was I working on trying to find that pirate?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was maybe a thing.
I remember something about having to go for a pirate.
Now we're not at war currently. I remember that.
No, we're at a state of Cold War. Is that right?
We are at a state of Cold War. Oh yeah, I remember. I've got 2 fleets sitting just waiting to go for the Sophon homeworld if they kick off war again, because they're just sitting waiting to go. I remember that.
Yeah. So
We've completed that.
Yeah. I was working on Obelisk of All Space and Time. Something I was working towards. Which, I don't know if I could possibly get that constructed anywhere cheaper. Potentially, so you're generating me 0.3k. Oh, I can't build it here? Oh no, that's right, you can only build them once per thing. Right, okay. Think I'm good to go.
Yes, I am also.
Yeah, because you had a bunch of fleets ready to go for the Sophion homeworld if need be.
Yes, because if they got too close to any of the other victories, if we suspected that, we would just
Pounce on them, yeah.
basically pounce them, and that would stop that.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was doing with to sing. Not a lot by the looks of it.
This is what we're going to do.
Oh!
What did you expect?
This is new.
Or
Right, okay, fine. What it'll be.
Planning.
Sophons, just stop.
Everything you touch turns to slime.
Right, okay, I get it. People don't like me. Fine. Where are my battleships?
one of my fleets is going to Dorado, and one of my fleets is going to Mira. I'm basically
Yep.
going to cut the Sophon homeworld off, while our little scout ships pound the homeworld.
Go for it.
Just going to slowly cut them off, because I think these guys should have full manpower. Yeah, they do.
If I remember right, you for some reason had a lot of manpower, but I had fleet power.
Yeah, like one of my fleets here has 5.6k manpower on it.
Because we went through a period of war where I basically manufactured like something like 4 carriers. Or battle carriers even, as mine are.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was also working on. I was working on getting some like super rare like defensive thing research so I could put it on my ships, make them like ridiculously strong.
Oh yeah, that was something that I was working on. Oh, was I not? Was I not doing something towards? Oh no, I already have it. The anti-gluon beam is my special beam that can basically cut through shields. That was a thing.
I killed the pirate, by the way, and he has now joined me. He is now a admiral of one of my fleets, or will be.
Excellent. I believe the last time I actually found him, but I can't remember if that was true or not. Need to do some marketing. Sell some of my resources.
So I need to assign him to a fleet.
I need money. Jesus Christ.
In fact, Placidus, that's what you can be doing. You can be building me more carriers. Remind me of my carrier design. Yeah, that was it. The Eternal Bulwark added 1,700 health bonus to the ship when you apply it. Really like the design of the carrier in this.
Yeah, your one's particularly cool.
It's kind of got that World War II aircraft carrier look to it. At least that's what I feel like anyway.
Yeah, I could see that.
Why is that? What are you laughing at?
My dog fell off the seat.
Nice. Yeah, build me a carrier, please. Tsing's doing fuck all again, so Tsing, you're going to begin construction of... don't really want support ships, I want battleships, or hunter ships even. So that does 34 damage, as opposed to 25. Oh, I've got the anti-gluion beam as well. Oh, it's triple barreled. That's awesome. What does this do? Ooh. You get EMP missiles.
Yep. I remember now I was also just going absolutely fucking nuts for science just now.
Mm-hmm. That was 96 damage. That was 94. That does a lot less. What do I want to put on here? I think probably the auto repair feature is pretty nice.
Auto repair is pretty decent, yeah.
There's nobody commanding that fleet, and nobody commanding that fleet, so you can go to there. Oh, just remembering where you guys actually are. Yeah, you're there. And I have no idea where they're going. So we've got a fleet there, we've got a fleet there. They are sieging Alioth.
Where's Alioth again? Oh yes.
The Western Front, I don't know, like...
Yeah, they ain't gonna get very far.
No. Holy shit. Magnavit's put a bunch of things in that say trust in Rust. bunch of emoticons or emojis or whatever you call them.
Emoticons.
Emoticons. Yeah, did you not have a fleet that was ready to take Rotanev?
Was that not a while ago before we stopped being at war?
I don't know, you've got a fleet at Libra.
Oh, so I do, yeah.
It's filled with bushes apparently and 2 yo mamas.
Oh yeah, your mama's gonna have it.
Three monsters.
I mean, I could siege Rotanev if you with it.
I mean, if you want, yeah. Means I can kind of focus on this front that's opening up on the eastern fringe.
Do Rotanev.
Oh, sorry, the western fringe, not the eastern fringe.
She's under siege.
Cool, I will come and help as well, shortly. I need to kind of deal with a carrier that's sitting over Graphius, or Graphius. Hey, I finished the Ministry of Truth. I mean, at this point, I'm just giving you stuff for the sake of giving you stuff. They want a truce.
Who does?
Doria, but they want me to give them crust engineering. Get the fuck. I'm not giving you research for surrendering. It's because I've taken away one of their new colonies. Like, they were trying to colonise Hadar and I stopped that right away. This guy... Just do that, yes.
Right, there is war happening.
Okay.
Oh man, Rotanev is going to be such an easy take.
It's one of their newer systems.
Yeah, it's just got so few bloody... like... just doesn't have a lot of people there, really. Man, we are almost in a position to actually take bloody Doria out of the game, you know? They've not actually got that many like places left.
No, they do. Remember, they expanded out into the west towards the Sophons, but they've also been sneaking around the east side, sorry, the west side down towards me and sneaking out the east towards the Sophons. Keep
That
getting
is
them too
right,
mixed up.
But if you look at like where they've actually got on the eastern front, they've got Atlas, which is a fairly big one. But that's kind of it. They've got Atlas and Orion, which are kind of the big ones there, and then everything else is on the west. All of the rest of their systems are gone. So I mean, that western front, if you push that right back, I mean, and they've not got particularly ridiculous systems there. You could push that pretty easy. See what Dana is doing.
I thought they would run. Alioth is no longer under attack.
Excellent. Do you have any boxes? Asking for it.
Any what?
Boxes.
Boxes? That'd be
Yeah.
negative.
What's it called? Jadonix.
Oh, you meant in the fucking game? Right, okay, hold on. You need to give me like 2 minutes on way to go into a battle and possibly destroy one of their carriers because it's got no offensive capabilities. So...
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah, they retreated. They're retreating towards you!
I could take him out.
I feel like the game's quite loud. Folks watching, is the game too loud? It gets a little loud for me at times.
$20 to buy some Jadonix.
I'm trying to think. Is that a luxury resource?
It is, yes.
I have Jadonix. Would you like some?
It was for improvements only. No, I bought some. Okay, it's fine. I only needed a little.
There's a lot of heroes for sale. Don't know if that's because I own the Citadel.
All the ships for sale are bloody shit.
Yeah.
Apart from apparently one of my smashers has made its way on the market. I did not
your
sell.
your bushes have made it on as well.
Who stole my bushes?
And your S Invader 7s. You might have a problem. It's clearly somebody in your empire is selling off your starships.
Yeah.
And at a steal for that price as well.
Yeah, some of them are really, really cheap, actually.
Okay, so merge them together. This fleet is going to go on to defense just now. This fleet's gonna. They're back. I've just tried to kill you. Leave. Right. What am I researching? This. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's the one I want.
I destroyed that carrier.
Nice.
Yeah, Shrotenev will be mine. I need its gases.
Hey, Kentucky Fried Cyborg, welcome to the chat, and thank you for answering my question of whether the audio was too loud. Also, awesome, like Twitch handle there.
Yeah, that's pretty good, to be fair.
Where is that fleet going?
Which one?
There's a fleet going through deep space. It's just disappeared, like beyond sensors.
One of yours, or?
One of the enemies. Huh. Like, they passed from what I'm going to assume is Vorta, past the Kel, past Estri, and up towards... Oh, the Sophons are offering me a truce. Or, offering us a truce.
Yeah, Doria offered me a truce as well, but...
Yeah, they want crust engineering from me, but they'll give me 100 quadronics.
Refuse.
Yeah. They wanted this war. They'll see it through until I'm finished with them. What can I get you building? See, what do you really need a boost on? Do the mech suits. Really? They're going to fight that? They've got a hero ship and a scout, and they're going up against 2 carriers, a destroyer, and a bunch of escort ships. That's not a fight they win. I have more than triple the amount of forces.
Let them have it. Let them have it.
They'll have it for about 3 seconds. Yeah, it was an opening salvo, and then that's it. Mission done. The fighters didn't even get a chance to launch.
That's when you know it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm organising another fleet.
I've just done the same. I've just created a new fleet that's going to be my response fleet.
Yeah, mine's is a bit slapdash. It's mainly with like purchased chips from the marketplace, since they were also fucking cheap.
Yeah.
So it's pretty slapdash, but I'm gonna round it out with some of my ships in like the next sort of 6 turns, and then I'm gonna make that my my Western Front fleet. Since I've got my better fleets working on the Sopon homeworld, because they're definitely in a better position for defense than the Doria is just now.
Okay. Where are you trying to go to? That fleet's either going to Herolium or one of their own systems. But it's in deep space and there's nothing I can do about it now. So what's your plan then?
My plan?
Yeah.
I'm assaulting Rotanev. Once that fleet has won the battle there, because that's pretty much a shoe-in, I will assault Orion alongside you. Hey, we're close to the science victory.
Yeah, I just got a Genius of the Endless.
Ah, nice. Oh, I'm very close to that, actually. It's all 4 like corners you need to research for that one, right?
I think so, yeah.
Close to that. Yeah, so I've got that. So once that battle's done there, I'll move to Orion with that fleet and Atlas. I've got my 2 main fleets are up at the Sopon homeworld, bombarding crap out of them every turn. Slowly working my way there. I've got another fleet just about to be built that will make its way past Rotanev to Tikal, which will be like, and that'll start moving that way. So basically, I've got a fleet pushing every direction. I've got most of my planets upping my science and research. just because I can.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's about it really. I'm upping my science and research to try and make my science faster.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think between us, it's only between us that we need to research all four corners of the science tree?
I don't know. I've never played it where I've been in an alliance and pushed for the victory.
Fair enough. Fortunately, I'm not doing so good.
Well, the Sophons have like pushed well out.
Yeah, they're everywhere. What's your income every turn at this rate, by the way?
7.2?
Ooh, very good.
Like 1,000?
Yeah, mine's is 13. 13,000 every turn.
Nice. Yeah, I've currently got 554,000 banked. I was ready for war. I have the money.
Yeah, I did have 500 banked, but I've been slowly spending that on on my various pieces of war.
There's not really much for me to do this turn, to be entirely honest.
I'm done. Just got my last fleet mobilizing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm basically just kind of waiting for stuff to happen at this point, to be honest. Pretty chilled set of turns lined up, really. I think I need to build something even more ridiculous in terms of attack value, because I've just had a look at what your best fleet can do and it's miles above mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of my fleets, I think it's the 5th Tireless Kith, put out... no, not that one. So maybe the 6th Unyielding? No, yeah, it's the 7th. The 7th put out... 116,630 attack damage. Or attack power.
That's mad.
It's not even my biggest fleet. It might be the most destructive fleet.
Yeah.
But it ain't the biggest. Oh, didn't mean to zoom in that. Right. Graphias, you need to be like pumping through this stuff.
So what faction are you going to play next time we play?
I don't know yet. I haven't actually like had a look at them yet.
I played a very short game to myself one day with the the faction that is basically just giant farts.
Mm-hmm.
And they can only expand. They basically have one hidden base the entire time, and that is how their whole thing expands. Is just this one ever expanding like system.
Right.
But it is like astronomically difficult to play as them. Because it's so difficult to like actually have things going on because this one system can't keep up with like multiple systems doing multiple things. So you need to know like 10 turns in advance what you're doing. They're not too bad either. Like they can sort of like they can kind of like shadow colonize other planets. Where basically you do actually get the resources and the bonuses from a planet, but you don't. But you can't actually colonize it fully.
Right. Okay.
So you can't actually have it like as your planet.
So they're kind of like city-states in Civ 4 then?
Yeah, in a lot of ways they are actually. Yeah, it's really, really weird playing as them though. It takes a bit of getting used to. But the ever-expanding system is really good too because, like... It's... Oh, what's this? Watery planets.
Watery planets, did you just say?
Yeah, watery planets. Possess 2 new watery planets. But yeah, it's essentially like you just have like all these different upgrades and stuff you can do that are unique to that one system. But obviously, because it's ever expanding, like you can get bonuses and upgrades at certain technological advances that basically mean that you're able to store like 20 times. You know that you're able to store like 20 more population on this one system.
Yeah.
So you can do that upgrade, and then suddenly all of your previous upgrades get an astronomical boost because you've got so many more people on the system. And, you know, so many of the upgrades are, you know, like per person upgrades, like +1 science per, you know, per person on fertile, etc., etc. So, like, for some of them it is ridiculous, like, how quickly you can have that increasing. The obliteration of Rotenhead begins.
Don't want to.
Oops.
Just give me research, I guess. For you. Ooh, sweet. I moved something on my desk and found a lollipop.
Just love how like comically happy you were at finding that.
Well, it was a nice surprise from past me to present me. Well, the Alliance is close to achieving science victory.
Yeah, it is. I have 2 out of the 4 things left to do. I just need one more research thing, which is only going to take me 2 turns to get. And then I can do Might of the Endless and Power of the Endless. Not this turn to bust in Rotenev.
Ronev still hanging in there?
Yeah, Yeah, I've not actually invaded it yet. I'm just bombarding it from space.
Oh, what?
The host left the game.
I did not. Got a server error.
Server error?
Well, let's try and fix that, shall we?
Yes. Apparently it's going to go by the most recent autosave, which should just be last turn. Or the end of last turn.
Disconnected from Steam servers.
Interesting.
I think my game's crashed.
Oh,
It has.
Oh no.
Well, Steam itself has crashed. Don't know what happened there.
Lots of crashing.
Mm-hmm. You all will get a nice look at my backgrounds.
Look at my backgrounds.
Oh.
My background's amazing. What is O?
Steam doesn't want to launch.
Oh no.
Well, it does want to launch. It just can't connect for some reason.
Huh.
There we go. Hey, Magnum, thanks for letting us know you're still here. Oh god, that's loud. So loud. Okay, let's see if we can get this restarted.
Watched a video the other day, by the way, that revealed that we were actually incredibly lucky when we played The Forest.
What about?
Yeah, apparently the cannibals on the island are generally a lot more aggressive than what we had them. Like
right.
to the point where if you take too long, the game becomes nearly unplayable because you're just constantly fighting back cannibals instead of able to make any progress whatsoever. So there you go.
Interesting.
So we actually had it pretty lucky. I would still be interested to see the alternative ending to.
What did we do? We shot the plane down, didn't we?
Yeah, or in some way we got back to like we shot it down because we got the other sacrifice to save our child, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because we took him on the talk show and he had a fit.
Yeah, and then the cannibalism, like weird shit started coming out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like the Ouroboros disease from Resident Evil. If you've done that.
Yeah. So the other one, which is to not shoot down the plane.
Yes.
But that lets your son die.
Yes. But it's apparently that is meant to be like that's meant to be the good ending.
Is that meant to be the good
ending? Well, yeah, because you put the
nose.
Because you put an end to the cycle, as it were. You stop shooting planes down to get kids and shit, and you eventually do it. Oh, did you time out as well? Or...
It came up saying that there was a server error.
Connecting to lobby. Oh, by the way, big new thing with one of the DLCs is hacking.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty much constantly doing a whole extra set of like micromanagement when it comes to hacking, which is either stuff that improves your planets or steals or steal stuff from enemy planets.
So like the spies or diplomats in Civ 4.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's a bit of a weird one. This doesn't look very promising either.
No, it doesn't. We might have an issue.
Who knows? Get the tissues.
I do genuinely have some tissues at the side of my desk from when I was ill.
At least you are prepared.
Disconnected from the server?
Perhaps you should try relaunching again.
That's what I'm doing.
Very good.
I send you an invite.
Received it. Joined it. Games are weird, but I'm sure glad they exist.
Hmm. I find it interesting how some games will put up with like errors and stuff, and some games we just don't. Like, it just seems weird to me.
What, as in like games like this where like we have issues with it all the time, but we just put up with it, relaunch multiple times, still keep playing it regardless. Whereas like if a game like what's your example? I'm wondering. I've got an example in the head.
So like I'm thinking like there's games like this or games like Space Engineers, for example, that loads of stuff can go wrong, but you'll continue to play it.
Yes.
And then there's games that like, say Minecraft. As soon as something goes wrong in Minecraft, you're like, nah, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not starting this again. Like, or another one I'm thinking of is like, any game that you can like put a lot of time into, and as soon as it's done, you're like, nah, fuck this. Like Call of Duty if you're playing zombies.
Yeah.
Whereas like Space Engineers, for example, we would spend hours building these ships, and they'd be destroyed in seconds. We'd be like, all right, fine, time to build another one.
Yeah, it's time to start again.
I'm like, all right, okay, we could probably fix that. Like I was actually going through my Steam like mod downloads and stuff for Space Engineers and having like a bit of a clean out.
Yeah.
And I found. Remember when we first got to the moon in our like stream series, and we had parked there with the goldfish and we started setting up a wee base?
Was this the fake moon that you made that ended up breaking the game?
Yes. The one that Steven somehow jumped into.
Yeah, and then I joined him.
Yeah, then you joined him. You were stuck in the core of the moon.
In the moon.
In the moon. Yeah, that one. I found that I had originally uploaded the world save name for that.
This isn't loading again.
No, I can see that. I'd reverted back to a previous save as well, by the way. Like a turn back, see if that would help. Yeah, it's not looking good. And that was 2017.
that was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe that some of our data goes back that far, but I mean, a lot of our shit goes back even further.
It's a long ass time ago. Yeah, this is not one to work. Right, I'm gonna go back to turn 290. So 3 or 4 turns ago.
Okay, that's not like undoable.
No. Not a lot happened for me in those turns anyway, so let's hopefully get this to work.
I was literally just queuing up things on like idle systems and pressing next turn. I was just waiting for like shit to like dwindle down. Where's the dog?
Magnarabbit says, I once started a game called EVE Online, and 11 years later, I still play it.
Yeah. EVE is one of those games where you either like you jump out of it real fast or you play it for it. There's no.
I feel like World of Warcraft's like that.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I was in that ecosystem for a long time.
See, I wasn't.
I played WoW for like a long time. A long time. I want to say it was like 4 years, maybe 5 of my life I was playing that game. On and off.
See, for me, the first big like sort of MMO like that was the Old Republic. That was the first one I was able to play.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I was putting a lot of time into that again for a while. Like me and Kaylee were both actually. We were back on that for a while, but I've not been back to it for ages. And at this point, I don't think I'll be back to it.
Yeah, it's loaded.
I don't want your tree.
Ah, it was this turn, was it?
Yeah. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that either. Fuck off. Right, okay, so I've made my fleet way there. That's happening. That's doing that. That's this. That. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty much just waiting for shit to happen. Yeah, that's all I've got. All I've got is waiting for stuff going on. My first MMO was World of Warcraft, but I also played EverQuest 2, and I also played Lord of the Rings Online for a really, really, really short period of time because I don't know, it just something just didn't sit right with me about that one. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't quite get into it as much as some of the other MMOs.
EverQuest, like from what I've seen online, EverQuest is either you love it or you hate it sort of MMO.
Yeah, it's kind of the Marmite of MMOs, it really is. Some people are like, oh, it's one of the best games in the world, and some people are like, it takes forever to play anything in this game, so...
There's a game called Life is Feudal. That is a game that, like, to do anything takes you fucking ages.
Nice victory, woo. I do not want your quadronics, and you do not want my crust engineering. Fuck yeah, crust engineering! My next MMO that I'm interested in trying out is Black Desert Online. It's like out on Game Pass and stuff for the Xbox, and it's meant to be a lot more engaging. Like, MMO combat is typically, you know, like, you get engaged in the combat, you queue up a bunch of actions, you watch animations play, you queue up the animations again, just because, like, you're just constantly watching and balancing bars and energy and stuff. So it's meant to be better. I don't know if it will be. I've not... So... I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm not really looking for an MMO because I don't have time to stick so much time into one game, especially not when nowadays every game wants you to put so much time into it. Oh, did you see update on Jedi Fallen Order, by the way?
No.
It is not linear.
No?
It's not linear. No, it's kind of like small open worlds, kind of like Knights of the Old Republic.
All right.
It's got platforming sections and different abilities open up over time, and based on the abilities that you've got, you'll be able to revisit old planets and open up new areas of them, and go and do new things. Plus, it looks like the Sith Inquisitors and different like mini bosses and stuff all have really unique like takes and stuff like that, which is great because obviously like I was kind of expecting sort of like I kind of almost was expecting like a kind of Force Unleashed sort of feeling game.
Yeah.
Where like the actual levels themselves, you could kind of like, you know, jump around in whatever order you wanted. You know, like you could skip bits, you could go back, you could do platforming against like secrets and stuff, but largely it was linear. So I was kind of expecting that. But I'm happy to see that it's actually more open world than that, and there's some RPG style elements to it. So I'm way more interested in it now. I mean, I was going to get it anyway because it's a Star Wars game and it actually looked pretty decent. But like I'm so much more interested in it now. Oh, economy victory we're close to as well.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can't have that. They want everything that I've got for a truce.
Yeah, they're not getting it.
No, that's not how you negotiate.
No. I've not played Warframe, by the way, Magna Rabbit.
I have played Warframe.
You have played Warframe?
I have played Warframe, yes. It's actually quite a lot of fun. Like, the actual general gameplay of it is really, really fun. I kind of got to the point where it was starting to get to the stage that, like, it starts off really quite well. It starts off, you know, like, you go on missions, you get rewards, mission, reward, mission, reward. Some of it's kind of semi-open world. Like, it's really cool. And, like, the way that things actually play out are really pretty enjoyable for the most part. I got to the point where it started to be more grindy in that I needed to repeat certain missions to try and get rare materials to draw, and that I was basically just kind of like waiting for things to happen. And there wasn't as much to do every time I logged in because there was like, you know, I wasn't big bought into the economy or the ecosystem of the game, but I wasn't, because of that, there wasn't so much for me to do every time I logged in, and eventually I just kind of dropped off it. But the actual gameplay of it was like, the actual gameplay of it's really, really pretty good. Really quite fun. The gunplay is really quite good, and there's a sort of pseudo stealth system
Alright.
in it as well. Well, it's not really pseudo, it is a stealth system. Like, you can kind of stealth around and do stuff. And for the most part, it works pretty well.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So the Argosy, which is kind of like my mothership, can create a portal at its location. And like have ships warp to it.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Okay. I got Rolenev, by the way.
Nice. I'm working on Orion.
Yeah, I'm coming to join you for that one now. Yeah, I heard a lot about this new update from Warframe that's got more to do, like on a kind of daily, weekly basis. Kind of sounds a lot like I don't know if it's compatible because I've not played late game Warframe versus late game Destiny, but like when you get in late game Destiny, you kind of jump on, you do your like daily and weekly bounties, you kind of get your rewards from that. Maybe you do a raid if you can get people together, you get your rewards, you get your slight levels up, and then you just kind of leave it again for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Basically a game you can jump into once a week to do stuff and then leave again. But it sounds a lot more like that's kind of what they're doing with like Warframe, that they're making it more like enjoyable for you to come in to like play for a week or so and then like kind of jump back off again. I have literally nothing to purchase that is any use.
Okay. I've got a battle going on in the background. It's cool as fuck.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
Like, look at that. How is that for a fucking battle background?
Yeah, that is pretty good. Tikal is now under siege. The Western Front shall be ours. Literally between just full on like elimination of everybody else in this game. The science, the economic, and the wonders, we literally have everything locked down in this game.
Yeah.
Like we're like so close to getting absolutely everything.
It's because they pushed real early for the conquest, like the settle the most planets victory.
Yeah, and then we interrupted that, and that's what fucked them.
Yeah, we were like, no, we've had enough of this.
Yeah.
See, at this point, my fleets must be like veterans. Massive veterans. Just so you know, by the way.
How does one become a massive veteran?
You bulk up. There's a massive enemy. There's a massive enemy fleet heading right to Temos.
Temos. Okay, Temos is defendable. We've got fleets in place for that.
Mm-hmm.
That fleet has got it's got something on me, but it's got nothing on you. Oh wait, no, I'm reading the number wrong. It's got nothing on both of us. It's fucked.
It's got nothing on both of us. Right, okay.
It really doesn't. It's 12k attack power.
Nice.
You've got 116k attack power, and I've got 67k. There's no fucking way.
Mind that I would say Warframe had it for some time. They've just changed it into Nightwave. When you were talking about like Destiny and that.
Ah, yeah. I mean, I imagine it did, but like I say, like I never quite got to the late game stuff where you're doing stuff like that. I just got to the bit where it started to be grindy, and that's something that really can turn me off of a game, is if things start to get too grindy or feel too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I feel like I'm just like constantly waiting on stuff happening, and like I'm just repeating myself all the time, and I get frustrated. I want to be doing interesting things all the time. I want to see those numbers going up. I want to make interesting decisions, missions, you know. The church is really nice to me right now.
Well, they know what's good for them. Well, I can't
That's
have
not
that.
how you do a truce. Oh, they've skipped Tamos. They're moving away.
There's also an enemy fleet at Graphias. I'm going to go, punch fuck out with that. Hello, boys.
It's got nothing on you either.
It really doesn't.
It really, really doesn't.
I'm expecting them to retreat. Yeah, they retreated.
I'm currently sieging Orion.
Yeah.
Very annoyingly, it has 3% of its defenses left. There's literally one man.
Nice.
And I'm gonna fucking planetary bombard him next turn.
Oh, Jamie, the Sophion homeworld actually has a defense fleet now.
Oh no, it's...
Just have your guy do nothing and they might leave.
I mean, I've got 368 attack power in that fleet there. Because I made an absolutely fucking ridiculous like scout ship.
Oh yeah, I remember you did that.
Like I put like the most ridiculous fucking stuff on it. Yeah, an exploration ship that has like the most fucking ridiculously overpowered fucking beam weapon on the front.
My thing of it says, "No way they can hurt us." 10 minutes later, look at that. They did it. They beat us. Game over.
Our relations with you.
I'm going for Power of the Endless.
I'm doing Might of the Endless right now. Decisive victory. Excellent. Decide Orion's fate. What shall we do? I'll occupy it. I can always trade it to you if you want it. Oh, there's lots of blockades just...
Yep.
Up.
I think it's because of that fleet that's on Gistrad.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, can't have that. I'm coming for you, Fleet of Gistrad.
I'm taking out the fleet of Graphias.
Unblock my trade routes, you fuck. Mainly all energy weapons here. Power to shields. Decisive victory. Holy shit, I wiped out all of them and I took next to no damage. Right, trade routes are back up.
Yeah, the fleet of Graphias has been annihilated.
Yeah, I've seen that disappear too.
I don't even think I took much damage, to be entirely honest.
Probably not. Wait, am I seeing this right? Oh my god. My upgrades for my fleet being able to move through uncharted space are now so good that my fleet is ignoring the fact that there's 3 hyperlanes between where I am and where I'm going, and they're just making a straight shot, and they make it in 3 turns less than following the hyperlanes.
Impressive.
That's ridiculous. Wicked. But ridiculous. Another one of my systems that isn't doing anything, and I don't know where it is. Oh, found it.
Oh, the Academy has increased in power.
Yatta. Right, level 4 modernization. Fucking get rid of that tree. Fuck you, you're going down. You just don't want to lose. Sore loser.
I think it's perhaps time to build carrier number 5. So because number 4 has just rolled off the production line.
Yep.
Oh, I can't merge them together. Damn it.
I'm on the way to Atlas. Right now, Dana's not doing anything. Geared up some stuff. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again.
Yeah,
Just
go.
passed a new law called Mines is Bigger, and it does 33% increase on weapon damage on my ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. It's taken a fleet that had like 60 odd K like attack power up to 93K attack power.
Nice. Magdanabbit says 1600 gigawatt plasma cannon on a scout ship. Are you insane? How did the fleet accept it? You called it a reverse propulsion system.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No.
Come on, Might of the Endless. I have one bloody science to research and then I've got them all.
I'm going to continue to be this bulwark of never-ending carriers.
The people of Orion don't like me because I'm entirely in use of. Rotanev is also not entirely happy, but will accept life.
Rotanev is quintessentially English then. They don't like what's going on, but nobody will complain about it.
Oh no, we're all complaining about it. You heard the amount of shit going on with Brexit right now. We're complaining like shit.
I mean, Scotland's complaining. England isn't.
England at this point has just given up. I love all the memes that are coming out. You know, like when's Brexit? 31st of October. What year? Every year. Fucking, I love Hot Fuzz, man. What a great film.
It's a very good film.
It might actually be the best film of all fucking time. You know that? Like, I'm prepared to say that because it's just so good. It's so quotable. It's so well written. Man, my spheres of influence are getting big. I've got some big balls around my planets.
The sphere of influence from like my original couple settlements, like Placidus and that, are nearly the whole fucking constellation.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I don't think you realised it, but you literally just went, my fear.
My fear. You know what it was? I was finishing off my lolly. It was in like the corner of my mouth.
You were just like, my fear of it.
My fear.
6 turns until all the science is mine.
You know what? Why the fuck not? I'm gonna colonize a planet.
What are you colonizing?
ISO. Because doing that gives me a golden age.
A golden age? Fucking
Yeah.
Are we playing Civ? Sorry, what just happened?
Yeah, I get a golden age for doing that. Oh, it's time to vote.
Voting time! The votes are in.
Well, they're
Brexit
coming
will be
in.
next year. Fucking Brexit, man. Science wins once again. Science is very potent.
I'm still counting.
Alright, I skipped my count because I had 230 representatives.
Fucking hell.
I couldn't be arsed waiting for them all.
Yep, science continues to win.
5 turns until we win.
Hey. I'll be ready to colonize another planet in 5 turns.
There's another ground battle. That's not how you do bloody truce! I want everything you have in exchange for what? Bye. I'm gonna slowly whittle that list down to nothing now. I wonder, like, what program in the AI thinks of this? That, like, oh, we're on the back foot. Everything's gone wrong. Like, there's no way we're gonna win. We'll just make incessant demands to make them think that we've got the upper edge.
Yeah. Is that not the definition of fake it till you make it?
Pretty much, I think at this point, yeah. I think that's actually what they're doing. I've got so much political backing at this point that everybody on like the planets I've just conquered is like, yeah, okay, we're happy enough. Bombing. Don't want that truce.
I've reached the point with my heroes where, like, I'm not thinking about their upgrades. I'm just like, yeah, you get whatever. Like,
Yeah,
you have all the upgrades.
I'm at that point as well because, like, at this point, like, all of the, actual, monumental decisions I could make have been done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now is just whatever. Anything can happen at this point because it ain't gonna make a difference in the grand scheme of things, really.
The battles aren't even like battles anymore. Like for my fleets, they're just training exercises. What was that noise?
It was me just kind of like laughing at just like the fact that at this point we are just so overpowered versus everybody else in this game, and yet we're still hanging on. Like the game still progresses.
The AI still think they can win.
Hey, a decisive victory.
Hey, guess you just destroyed a carrier.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Very good.
When will they learn?
They're still trying?
Still trying.
Excuse me, sorry. Well, I've captured Mira,
Nice.
which means Dorado is up next, and then the Sophon homeworld is after that. Politically, people don't like me because I own too many planets. I don't know. This new system I captured, I don't know why I bothered queuing up like stuff that takes more than 3 turns, because I'm pretty confident that once I research this last thing, we just win.
You could be right.
Capturing Mira was perfect. It's top. Oh, and we're almost to the conquest victory as well.
Yeah, we are. Oh, come on! Server error.
No.
Again. Let's try and load up. We'll load back a couple turns to 302.
Does typically work right that like that. P2P failure.
Multiplayer session error. Multiplayer session error. God damn it. Am I going to have to restart my game?
I'm so ready to finish this, Ross.
I know, so am I. Apologies folks on the stream, it's going to get loud again. Hey, my grandma's playing Space Engineers. Was watching somebody, Jamie, playing Space Engineers earlier on today, right?
Uh-huh.
They were live streaming. And they've set themselves a very interesting challenge for their series.
Right.
So, they've got a couple mods on. One of which is the aerodynamics mod, which adds wind to the game so you can fly planes.
Yeah.
They've
We
added
could
the
get that.
balanced thruster mod,
Okay.
which means that where you position your thrusters on a ship will determine how it flies.
Okay.
So, like, say for example,
Combined with aerodynamics, that could be quite tricky.
yeah, so like what I was watching, he was building this almost an ultralight, right? And that's not wow. Oh, there we go. And what he had done was he had put his two thrusters like above his wings, and this meant that as soon as he got in the air, his plane wanted to nosedive because the thrust was above his wings and was trying to push him down the way.
Yeah, makes sense.
So like he had like real physics to work out. But then he self-imposed a rule on himself, which was he's only allowed to have thrusters facing one direction. So he can't have like braking thrusters. He's only allowed to have forward thrusters.
So when he gets to space, how does he stop?
He's going to have to do burning maneuvers and things like that. Well, he's going to have to turn the ship and everything. So
That is that.
One of-
that is commitment to a lifestyle.
well, it means that he says the reason I'm doing this is because I want to have to engineer my way out of problems. So like mining, for example, he's starting out on a planet. Mining, for example, now requires him to actually make land vehicles to mine rather than just, you know, a mining ship.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's now like he's actually built like a dump truck, like a fucking Tonka truck, to ship ore back to his base while this mining thing is going and constantly depositing it into a bucket. And like it was pretty like well engineered, to be fair, for space engineers using rotors and pistons. Like I thought it was going to snap to bits.
That's
But,
like asking for trouble in that game too.
Yeah. One of the things that is this, yeah, God damn it. One of the things that they've done,
We will finish.
we will. We're so close. One of the things that's been added to the game since me and you last played is there's AI trading posts where you can buy and sell materials and you can actually take up contracts like jobs.
Oh yeah, we played with a mod that kind of toyed with adding that in, but is that official now?
That is now official.
Oh, wicked.
So, he found one of these things, but it's way up in basically the Himalayas compared to where he is.
The Himalayas.
Right?
Yeah.
So he was saying that he had spent like a whole stream driving a rover up there to go and see it for the first time. And he's like, well, I want to do some actual trading, but I'm not driving there and back. It takes like 4 hours to do that. He's like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a VTOL. And I was watching him build this and I was like, oh, no, stop. I pressed start before you were in the game.
I just froze. I was like, what?
Yeah. So like he built this plane, and then he was like, right, okay, the plane flies. I know that much. Now I need to make it a VTOL. And I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. Like, I've tried so many times to make VTOLs and Space Engineers, and they just don't work. And he managed to get it working, but he's now trapped on top of a mountain because it got a little out of control, and he's lost landing gear. So like he can take off from the mountain, but he can't land again. I just thought it was a really interesting way to like limit yourself in the game.
It is typically fun to play with like additional like limitations and
Yeah.
stuff in games sometimes. Like it's a real challenge, you know, of your knowledge of like how to solve problems in a game.
Especially in a game like Space Engineers where you can pretty much just engineer the fuck out of the problem.
Yeah, and you can engineer yourself into a problem.
Oh yeah. like he was having a problem when he was trying to make a mine shaft, right?
I thought you were gonna say milk.
I nearly did. He was trying to make a mine shaft, and what he was finding was that he could put like one large drill on a piston, and it would extend, and that would be fine. But it wasn't really doing a lot. So he was like, so how am I going to he's like, I need to expand this. So he's got like 4 pistons connected to each other, and then like a bunch of drills on the end, and he turns it on, and it goes fine for a bit. But then obviously as the pistons get longer, the physics on it starts to apply more, like it starts to bend and stuff.
Yeah.
Which in a game that when you place stuff down is in blocks, you know, it wiggling isn't really what you want it to do.
Yeah, blocks don't bend. That was not working.
Yeah, no. So he was like, I've developed a way to do this. It's janky as fuck, and if I go anywhere near it, my PC will crash. So I need to hit the button to start it and run away as fast as possible. He's like, it's lit. He's like, I call it the dynamite reaction. And he showed us all retracting stuff, and it's like 6 drill heads that rotate on a rotor on the bottom of a piston, and the rotor's going at like 2 meters per second. It's going really slow, and like it's connected to like 8 pistons, and he's basically like, right, okay, the pistons like extend at 0.2 meters per second while the rotor spins, in an effort to like basically make it so that the drills never get caught on the rocks and they never snap themselves off. And as he was showing us it, the thing was kind of running, but like only at like the first section, and it killed him. And he was like, so yeah, I'm not going to go down there anymore because that thing takes my life every time I go down there. He's like, I've learnt this, and it's just something I need to live with now. If I want to do maintenance on that thing, I need to be prepared to die. Hopefully this works this time.
Please, God.
This is the furthest back I can take us.
We must be so close. We're like 5 turns off winning. Potentially.
No, we are like 5 turns off winning because I've just sent my second most powerful fleet to their home world.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this. The Sophons need to die. I don't even see your name yet.
I'm in the game. And
Are you?
ready. Yeah, according to my screen anyway.
Not according to mine. It's not
I just
good.
looked over. Are you trying to launch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I'm just sitting in the lobby.
Interesting.
So, okay. Let me back out.
Apologies, folks. We're trying to get into the game, but as you can tell, it's not wanting to play a game with us. I have a funny feeling that my game has crashed again.
Oh no.
Have you seen that R2-D2 is coming to the V&A?
Sorry, what now?
The original R2-D2 from A New Hope that they filmed is coming to the V&A. And I've got 3 tickets.
Free?
Yeah, my auntie's work sponsors the event, like sponsors the exhibition. So she gets colleague tickets. I don't know.
Okay.
Business tickets. So she managed to get one for me and one for my mum. So we're going to go and see R2. I think there's other it's a robotics like exhibition. So there will be other stuff there, but I think R2 is kind of like the main thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like it's the actual shell that Kenny Bacon was in.
Bacon?
Bacon.
Baker.
Baker, yeah. Where did I get Kenny Bacon? Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
I did. I thought I need to. Yeah.
Can somebody do Kevin Bacon as R2-D2?
It's just Kenny Bacon's body with Kevin. I did it again. Kenny Baker's body with Kevin Bacon's face.
I'm thinking just R2D2, but instead of the periscope, it's just like Kevin Bacon's head on top of R2D2. Like any of the above is fine. Just find some way for it to work. Oh my god, fucking voice dub over like R2D2's lines with shit that Kevin Bacon says.
He mainly does adverts for EE now, doesn't he? He just be fucking that all the time. Like, it's that bit in A New Hope where R2's like trundling through the desert and looks like, what are you doing? He's just like, on EE I get super fast broadband. It's like,
with the new 5G EE wireless, I can get signal anywhere.
And it's just him in the sandcrawler. Fucking hell.
Imagine that, like the Jawa rolling down the window in the sandcrawler. He's just like, he's looking across with like his new flashing it to him, just going like, Houdini, my man, Houdini.
Why is he black?
He's not black. It's just he does speak a bit like that. Like, go and listen to Kevin Bacon. Like he speaks very, very like, just I don't know.
He's a weird man.
He is a weird looking guy. He's one of my favorite actors, to be fair. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love the guy. I think he does really good work. I think he's hilarious, like, especially with the new EE adverts. Right. Play the rest of the track.
Come on. Launch the game. Launch it. Magna suggesting that the AI don't want to lose and it's them fucking us up.
If we can't launch this, we call ourselves winners. It's going! It's working!
Yes!
We can win for real. I'm Maisie, sorry, did I scare you? Oh my god, you're so big these days. Oh.
I know I've been packing on the pound since Mahali, but come on, man.
No,
Okay.
I mean, like this Jack Russell, like she's big for Jack Russell. She does not fit on my knee very easily anymore when I'm sat on my desk. At my desk, rather, not on my desk. Don't want your tree. Where am I at? Is this really like the furthest back? This is only last turn for me.
No, I reloaded last turn as an attempt. It worked.
Oh.
Don't question it.
Okay. I won't question. Right, what's going on? They've packed up all their shit. Go to Dorado. Want to bomb the fuck out of them.
I'm starting to think maybe we're the bad guys.
Yeah, we are. If this was Star Wars, we are the.
I'm okay with that, to be fair.
We have the capital of everybody, and if people don't like us taking over a system, we say tough shit and make them like it.
Doria's getting desperate because they're now buying pirate ships.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I noticed they were doing that a while ago.
I sent one of my fleets to go and harass the rear ends, and
Harass the rear ends.
yeah, like look at.
You could have worded that just mildly.
You're right. I could have sent it to fucking like rape their arseholes.
Wow. Just wow.
Right. And my fleet got there, and then all of a sudden this ship just pops up out of nowhere. One pirate ship. And it's like, I'm going to stop you. And I'm like, no, you're not. You can't do that.
Just reminds me of that Family Guy thing, like, you know. I feel like I could take on the whole Empire myself. Hey, everyone, Dak says he's got this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's thinking.
Oh, the Argosy is ready for deployment. I can colonize.
I've researched the last of these science things, but I did not win the science victory.
One of my newest fleets is about to see action for the first time.
Do you think perhaps Science Victory requires all upgrades?
It never used to.
Or do you think it's just maybe the like 90% of it? Because I've got all of the major sign. Might have to look that up. They were trying to evacuate Dorado, and I may have shot down several civilians.
Yeah, we're the bad guys.
and took their bodies for money. Hey, you still got that Jadonix?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah? Why are you knocking
Sweet,
around?
I'll take some.
Let's have a look. See. Huh. I don't. I must have run out.
That's okay. I'll buy some from the marketplace. There's always some for sale. On those trade routes.
Why are they blocked? Who's blocking them? Who's blocking my trade routes? No, serious question. Who's blocking my trade routes?
And where are they blocking?
I don't know. Ooh, you
I
sneaky
don't
little
actually
cunts.
see. Where are they?
Down by S3.
S3.
Yeah. They're north of it.
Where am I even looking here? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I see them.
I'm sending a fleet to deal with them.
Okay, very good. How do science victory?
It should just be to research the four things, or at least that's what it was the last time I achieved it.
Maybe both of us have to research all of those things.
Maybe.
Because have you researched all four of them yet?
No.
Did you have like one left, two left?
Got two left.
Two left. Can I give you the technology? You know how we can trade like tech and shit?
I don't know, possibly.
Let me see. Ross. No, I cannot trade you that. But I'll make you an offer anyway. For science.
Okay.
Currently researching war as a hobby. Because at this point, well, let's not do too much talking about it. Almost accepted that truce there. No.
Yeah. Oh, a ground battle at ISO, they're invading me. This cannot be allowed to stand.
Correct. Okay, so research all 4 endless technologies to win. The amount of technologies required for victory increases when you're in an alliance. That means more endless technologies the alliance will have to have researched. So I don't actually think you might need all 3. I think you.
Well, I'm just about to finish my second one.
Okay, so I don't think you need all 4. You may only.
Okay, I stopped the invasion ISO in one fell swoop. Oh.
We are victorious.
Well, it hasn't come up for me yet.
Through science.
Hey, there it is.
Score screen.
The Pyrrhon Aggressive Defence Treaty, which I feel like sums this up pretty well, has achieved victory.
We spent centuries trying to understand
Your
our
score.
past.
Oh, I get story.
I wonder if we are ready. To
Your
face
score
our
is the most
future.
interesting to look
We
at.
believed in the lost.
It is
but they
literally a
failed their
continuous
test of
upward
strength.
trend the entire
So,
game.
we will sail
Mine's
around
is actually the
the future.
same, although there's a couple of points where I level out, and largely I was not as
But because we choose to.
not as upwards as you.
Oh god, yeah, mine's is pretty much upwards all the time.
Yeah, I absolutely love Doria and Kadem because they go right the way up, then they plateau, and then they get fucked.
Yeah. And then the church, which is just, you know,
They tried
It's there,
for
yeah.
most of the game, and then they ended up where Doria, was by the end. After we pummeled them into obliteration.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. That was pretty wicked. I liked that a lot.
yeah.
9:15. Do you want to finish there?
Yeah, we'll finish there. I'm just going to have a quick look through the scoreboards. So Doria beat us on food.
Oh, not the food.
The Sophons beat us on industry, with you in second. You were on dust, followed by myself and science. Influence was actually the church.
Makes sense. They actually had the most uninterrupted amount of space owned just by them.
Yeah, I had the highest population. You had the highest research. You had the highest trade. Approval was all over the place. My approval sucked at one point. Holy fuck. The Sophons expansion was ridiculous. Look at that. Heroes, I was in the lead, and military, I was in the lead.
That makes sense.
So you can kind of see where war started out, because look, it goes really flatline for quite a while, and then round about sort of turn 200 is when everything started going up, and then like around turn 250 is obviously when I got my carriers, because there's just steps.
Yeah. Yeah, you just go massively up.
Yeah, like that's it. I built 4 carriers. There's 4 massive steps in that, so there's carrier number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Makes sense. That's what that would represent. Yeah. All right. So what are we going to be doing next time?
I think next time we're going to be playing this again, but with the new DLC factions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can kick that off next time. That'd be good.
Or if folks want, they can head over to the Discord and suggest something we want to play, or that they want us to play.
Yes.
Because bar playing more of this, we don't actually have any like plans to play anything. I'm playing Mass Effect on Mondays.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my Majora's Mask random thing that I did when you were on holiday at some point, but I don't know when yet.
That's fair.
It won't be next week because I ain't here.
No, you're on holiday next week, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I'm away next week.
Yeah, so next week it'll probably be Mass Effect Monday with me. MMM. Well, it would be MEM. Mem. Man. Or like, what's that band? REM. I'm MEM.
M&M.
Yeah, what's that artist's name? I'm him.
M&M.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Eminem. So yeah, I'll be doing that. I might stream something later on the weekend if I feel the need for it. If I want to do it.
The need for speed. What else did we say we were going to do? Oh, once I actually have a chance to actually play a little bit more of the... fuck is that game called you just finished?
Space Hulk.
Space Hulk, yes.
Yeah, we were going to do like a skirmish game against each other.
We're going to do a couple of skirmish games.
That one was good.
Do you think Stephen wants to come back and do more Bridge Crew? Is there more of that for us to do, or did we finish it?
We finished the main story, but we then unlocked the Enterprise, and we never touched that because that was like difficult mode.
Oh yeah.
So we could do more Bridge Crew.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at my list.
Yeah. I've got loads of Dawn of War games that I might like play through on stream at some point. Start off with Dawn of War 1 and then complete that, do Winter Assault and then Dark Crusade, then Soulstorm.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll take me ages. And then you've got Dawn of War 2, Dawn of War 2 Retribution, Dawn of War 3. And then there's Space Hulk Deathwing, which is actually like fun as fuck. Basically, take the Space Hulk game, right?
Yes.
But change it to first person, and it's basically Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that sounds pretty wicked, actually.
And it's like, I'm not gonna lie, Jamie. My computer when I'm running it is like, it's taxing on my computer because it's so detailed and like, there's so much going on in it. Especially when you get the fucking heavy flamer out.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I would love to play that, but I would want to play that with more folk, solely so I can walk around pretending to be a space marine and be like, brother, get the heavy flamer.
Is that how they speak?
That is, yeah. Have you never heard the space marine speak?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, hold on.
I was quite the shock. Oh,
They're very sort of Knights of the Round Table-esque sort of stuff.
Tis but a scratch.
Yeah, but it's more brutal. Like, I don't know how to sort of... like...
Tis but a scratch.
I guess?
Like go a bit Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
That's what he does, right? Yeah.
I'm the governor of California.
You know, that started
That
well.
back, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right.
Fucking. Let's finish this up.
We should stop that there before.
Link to Discord is in the chat. If you've liked this, you want to see more from us, then go ahead and join in on that. You can chat to us in the downtime, see when we've got stuff planned for next streams, and make suggestions for things that we can do next, and even find games with like-minded folks.
Yep.
So, hope you've enjoyed it all. We will see you. Ross will see you on Monday.
Yeah, that's me.
I will see you at some point in the next few weeks. And bye.
Yep, thanks for watching, guys. Bye now.
We should do a crazy frog outro one of these days.